NTV.
You can insult me all you want, but I won't let you share my inheritance with that whore you have in our house.
Stay out of my business.
Don't cut me off like that, Father.
I'd rather die than give you a penny. Got it? Nothing. You're greedy. Is that what you want me to call you?
In love with Fred, or is it just an obsession? An obsession? I'm really in love with him. I see.
Solano, careful! You're being dragged away! Solano!
Tonight on NTV.
Sights and Sounds is brought to you.
We went to the movies. I forgot my wallet, but my brother sent me money.
I pretended not to notice.
Every day was a celebration.
Sights and Sounds is brought to you.
We went to the movies. I forgot my wallet, but my brother sent me money.
I pretended not to notice.
Every day was a celebration.
933 KFM is looking for 11 most memorable family Easter experiences. We're giving you a chance to win an extraordinary Easter experience treat for you and your family this Easter at one of Uganda's most exclusive and fabulous hotels. Win a fully paid 4 days and 3 nights treat at the fabulous Simba Lodge, Rainforest Lodge, Kololo Courts Hotel, Nile Village Hotel and Nawab Restaurant, or a movie at Century Cinemax. Listen to 933 KFM all day long or get a copy of Life magazine every Sunday in the Sunday Monitor for details.
Street Live in association with Reham Cola. Taste it, believe it.
I start with the 20,000, but I started slowly, but right now the smallest money I can earn 30,000 a day. Polishing is 1,000. Repairing, it depends the way you are repairing the issue. If you are putting a sole, that is 7,000. Another one, if I'm putting like a half sole, you have to pay 5,000. Have achieved many things. One, I have built a house, the village. Right now, I rent. I have my own house. I went to a driving school. Right now I have a driving permit.
Celebrate, you gotta celebrate, celebrate.
Reham Cola. Taste it. Believe it.
And the change of government won't stop a thing. I've run out of fingers counting the number of multinationals setting up here. What about the 3 companies that announced their plans to launch last week? I say they're shopping. Me, I'd be looking to sell. At what price? More. Much, much more. I don't know who you are or how you know these things, but one thing I'm sure of, you're in the wrong job. Here, call me tomorrow at 9 o'clock in the morning. I'd like to hear more from you.
Are you ready for your big break? The East African, understanding the region.
NTV, turning on your world.
Hello, good afternoon. This is NTV and this is NTV at 1. My name is Malcolm Sima. Let's have a look at the headlines fast before we begin. The focus on the environment as geologists raise an alarm on increased lightning caused tragedies. And UNEB is set to release the USCE results of 560 candidates that had previously been withheld on grounds of alleged malpractice. Also coming up in the news, a cult in Miana that forbids followers from taking their children to school, hospital or even eating cooked food. Welcome. This is NTV at 1. Rebel forces in South Sudan have recaptured the oil-rich town of Bentiu in Unity State from government forces. Brigadier General Louis Rai, a Machar loyalist fighter, said oil companies should hold operations immediately and evacuate their staff within a week. Commenting about the latest violence, the UPDF spokesperson in South Sudan, Captain Isaac Owari, confirmed the situation in Bentiu is volatile. He, however, said if Machar's forces launch an offensive on Juba, the UPDF, which is stationed in the war-weary capital, will respond.
The situation in Bentiu remains volatile following the attack of Machar forces yesterday, and they recaptured the Bentiu town. But the other areas of Bentiu, of Unity State, are still under the control of the government forces, and were caused there and cause of Fremont administration. The government forces are planning counter and reorganize to attack and take the Bentiu into their control. I've told you the other parts of Unity State are under the control of government forces, and specifically it's not true that they've taken over Malakal. It is Bentiu town only. That's their propaganda as Machar and his anti-government forces, but for us, any attack on our positions, we are ready to defend.
Geologists from the National Environmental Management Authority are warning that different parts of the country located in flat and mountainous areas will experience landslides, intense lightning, floods and hailstorms. Addressing journalists at NEMA offices, Dr. Festo Bagora said that people in these areas are at risk of being buried by landslides.
We know that we are now towards the peak of the rains of March to May, June, and any extreme event that comes, which may come, because you cannot tell that it's going to come as it is a probability only, but there is high probability that amongst the storms we are going to receive in the remaining April and May, we shall have a few which are extreme, which occur probably only once in 10 years or so, and these will find the ground wet, and they are likely to cause flooding in the lowlands or cause landslides and other mass wasting processes in the highlands.
Warnings about Mother Nature. But in the studio this afternoon to speak about the environment changes the country is currently experiencing is Dr. Mary Chitutu, or Dr. Mary Goretti Chitutu, an environmental specialist with NEMA. You're very welcome, Mary Goretti.
Thank you.
Good. So, besides the lightning and storms, are there any other peculiar patterns that we should look out for?
Now, besides lightning and storms, we also need to look at other disasters, like those which follow the storms, like landslides. So, and then mountainous areas are prone to disasters, like landslides. So people who are settled in this need to be on alert. Whenever we give a warning, they shift to safer areas, and then they are able to come back later when the seasons are better.
But why are we seeing these changes in particular?
Now, these weather patterns have been there for a long time, but because of environmental degradation, more especially increased cutting of forests, especially the tropical forests, we are observing frequent weather disasters like windstorms. Now, these winds are natural. This is a natural process. But the speed of winds is slowed by trees. Now, when we clear these forests, we make communities vulnerable. That's why we're experiencing blowing of roofs of schools, because they are mostly situated on hilltops, and also communities, especially in the lowlands. Now, for those in the mountainous areas, as the wind moves up in the mountains, it mostly follows the valleys. So you find that people mostly in the valley are the ones who are affected. But storms are more severe, especially in the low-lying areas, like what we've just observed in Utaleja and Kamuli. And many more parts are yet to experience this, more especially after we've had a dry spell.
So this information, how far does it go? Do you also pass it on to the people at the grassroots in the vulnerable areas? Or maybe is it also shared with the Disaster Preparedness Ministry?
Yes, we share this information. Like this year in February, we're down in the Mount Elgon region, in the Manafar district. We shared with communities on how to prepare and assuring them that this is a natural phenomena. Many of them were very appreciative because many of them associate this with myths and bad omen, or a neighbor who does not like you sending lightning to you. But many have now appreciated, and they take this seriously, not to take chances, but to prepare for these disasters as they come.
I may be asking about how many places you go to apart from Manafa and Budud and all that. Will also be a story for another day. But NEMA has time and again been accused of turning a blind eye, you know, when the environment is being accused when it comes to wetlands. They, you know, say they later come out to lament over things, you know, that could perhaps could have been avoided. Why do you think this keeps happening?
Now, what I can say is, well, as a coordinating agency, we take the brunt on behalf of everybody, so we are blamed. But we also need to understand the underlying causes of all this pressure onto these fragile ecosystems. First of all, we cannot be blamed because we warned that we have areas which are fragile, and these include wetlands, mountainous areas, lake shores, and riverbanks. Now, these have to be taken or regulated, their use. But then we also have other pressures like population growth, economic growth. So all these are pressures which have they have a brunt on the environment. So as a regulatory body, we do our best and regulate this fragile areas. But as you know, we still have challenges of making people to understand the importance, first of all, even believing. Until people have seen that there is a flood, that's when they believe. But we've done our best in sensitizing. This information is available. The floods, I mean, we are able to see when we saw the floods in Kasese, the damage, and we are warning about the damage to the roads, the food insecurity. So all these are the costs which are coming because of this.
Thank you very much, Dr. Mary Goreti Kitutu, an environmentalist with NEMA, and we'll be coming back to you to give us more information as far as environment is concerned. And thank you very much. Let's now move on. The Speaker of Parliament, Rebecca Kadaga, has called on corporate companies to respect road reserves on all national roads and embrace tree planting to save the environment. Kadaga says the recent hailstorms experienced in the country are a result of deforestation. She was this morning launching a tree planting campaign spearheaded by Youth Go Green.
This has nothing to do with your limited belonging, of religion, of tribe, of party, of money level, of education level. This is a uniting factor for each one of us, young and old, to unite. And if you want to feel young, you plant trees. Time is now. In the last 1 month, almost 3/4 of Uganda has been devastated by hailstorms. The reason is that there are no windbreakers anywhere. It takes commitment, and that's what I'm asking you to do so that we can save this country and save the environment.
NTV's corporate social responsibility is all about giving back to community. However, under NTV Cares, we have very many pillars, and one of them includes environment. So when we were approached by the Youth Go Green, together with the Office of the Speaker, we could not even hesitate to think twice. So we are going to be part of it, we are going to sponsor them, we are going to try as much as possible to also go and plant trees, because the environment is for all of us.
Protecting the environment is everyone's responsibility to plant a tree every time you get a chance to. We're going to take a breather. We'll come back after these messages with more stories.
Sunlight adds fabric conditioners to washing powder to give you Sunlight 2-in-1 for sensational cleaning and fragrance that lasts and lasts and lasts. Sunlight 2-in-1, sensational cleaning.
From the undulating plains straight to your home, we bring you exuberance and ultimate satisfaction of Riham's joy and fulfilling happiness. Fun all the time. Some moments cannot be measured, while some things are priceless. But moments like these are truly engraved in our hearts. Oh yeah. Enjoy Riham's infinite rewarding taste. Riham, home is where your heart is.
Shell gas, clean, safe, user-friendly with distinct features that assist the customer smell any leaks. Gas and cylinders now available at all points of sale at an affordable price.
We all have those beautiful, unforgettable moments that are the highlights of our lives. With life's uncertainties, all these beautiful memories could become painful reminders of what was and what could have been. Fortunately for us, we have made one smart choice. We chose to secure what we hold dear. We chose to insure with the insurance company of East Africa, ICEA, standing by you.
theft can not only cause destruction of properties and power outages, but can also lead to death. Speak up and report power theft. It's a crime and affects everyone. Let's unite against power theft and save lives.
Welcome back. The Ministry of Education and Sports has resolved to release the results of 560 candidates from 12 centres that were withheld on grounds of alleged malpractice. The examinations body has since realized that there was no malpractice, rather a failure to fulfill the requirements for the award of the USCE certificate. And this could have been a failure on the part of the school administration in each case, rather than the candidates. UNEB says it will consider disciplinary action against any school managements that mishandle students' registration. The affected schools include St. Peter's College, Tororo, Dr. Obote College, Boroboro, Masaka Parents, Modo High School, Mulago SS, Matuga Mixed Senior Secondary School, Chibibi Parents SS, West Hart College, Chikandoa Rema High School, Soroti, Rhines SS, Namasera, Boyogere High School, and Rauza High School in Mpiji. Authorities in Miana district are concerned about the emergency of a cult that prohibits its members from going to school, hospital, eating cooked food, and now even registering for the national IDs. And the cult has seen its numbers soar to 400 now.
Members of this cult, believed to have been introduced in Uganda by Ellen G. White, come here to collect medicine. They believe it can cure all ailments. The herbal medicine is collected from several trees, dried and boiled, and later given to the people. With the option of these herbs, they are forbidden to go to hospitals. But hospitals are not the only taboo. Their children are not allowed to attend school, and all the cult members are not allowed to eat cooked food.
nti ekintu kyoba tofumbyeko emigaso gyonna Katonda gye yatonda gibaamu kati buli kyolya n'omanya nti bwe ndya eppaapa lino ndifunamu ki bwe mba mmekise ku muwogo mufunamu ki.
They are also skeptical about registering for the national identity cards.
Eza tetuba nazo ensimbi tetuzikwatako temukwata ku sente temukwata ku sente tetuzikwatako negozera tetuzikwatako.
They say their beliefs are based on quotations from a Bible left to them by God as he was going back to heaven.
That's quite strange. A border rider in Miana was hacked and left for dead by unknown assailants in the night. Eyewitnesses say Godfrey Semata, a 38-year-old, is resident of Zigoti in Miana district, and he was stopped on his way home, cut up, and the assailants ran off with his motorcycle. Semata was taken to Miana Referral Hospital by Good Samaritans.
Nava kuchinagwa wansi ne bamwongere ne bamwasize emimwa bamaze omukubye ejjambiya ndoze ne bamukubamu n'emitayimbo kuba angamba muno bamukubye muno mu bbega ne muno alumizibwa era tayagala kusitula bulungi ki mikono gino ne bamuwalula nga bamanya afudde baade bagenda mwongere ekiso ne yekalambaza bamuwalula ne bateeka eri mu ttale ne bamubikako ebikola bamanya akoze eki afudde ne bavuga piki ne bakola ki.
We have been able to bring him to hospital for treatment. So we are looking out for the border that was stolen, the motorcycle. We have the number. He has been able to tell us the number of this motorcycle. We are searching for this motorcycle and we shall get it, including those who have stolen it, who stole it last night.
The performance results for the local insurance market have been released, highlighting a 30.8% growth in premium collections from 351.23 billion in 2012 to 456.86 billion a year. Health insurance cover recorded impressive returns of 50.19 billion, accounting from 11.4% of the market share, according to the results. And Ibrahim Kadunabi, the Chief Executive Officer of the authority, however, says there is still need for claims settlement to grow beyond the current 90 billion year on end.
Definitely, as you realize, the role of insurance is reflected in claim settlement. And we issued claim settlement guidelines, you remember, in 2012. These have, in a way, helped streamline what needs to be done when one has a claim. And this, to us, is a positive thing, because it means many people can access their payment quicker. But two, still we think this is still low. We think the claim settlement percentages should constitute the biggest percentages of each insurance company.
On to sport now. Arsene Wenger held the perfect touch of Olivier Giroud after his sublime finish, and a double from Lukas Podolski gave the Gunners victory. Manchester City are the best paid sports team in the world, with average first team pay getting a whopping £5.3 million a year, or £102 million a week.
Lukas Podolski struck twice as Arsenal came from behind to beat West Ham and move back above Everton in the race for a Champions League place. Mark Jarvis headed the Hammers in front as they threatened to extend Arsenal's winless league run to 5 games. But Podolski levelled with a shot on the turn 2 minutes later for the impressive FA Cup finalists.
Podolski, 1-1.
Olivier Giroud's classy finish and Podolski's driven second sealed the win as Arsenal moved up to 4th.
Giroud, lovely bring down, super finish, Arsenal in front, and it's that same pattern. West Ham take the lead, Arsenal generally win the games.
Fresh from sealing a place in the cup final courtesy of their penalty shootout win over Wigan, the result was just what Arsene Wenger's side needed to enhance their chance of qualifying for the Champions League for a 17th successive season. Manchester City are the best paid sports team in the world, with average first team pay a whopping £5.3 million a year, or £102,653,000 per week, according to a new report that compares global earnings in the most popular leagues. 5 Premier League sides make the top 20 on the list, with Liverpool in 20th place, earning an average of £3.4 million per man per year. Manchester United are number 8 on £4.3 million per man per year. Champions League semi-finalists Chelsea are at number 10 and Arsenal are at number 11. 2 giants from American baseball, the New York Yankees and the LA Dodgers, as well as 2 giants of Spanish football, Real Madrid and Barcelona, fill out the top 5 behind City.
Manchester City Moneybags, that's their other name. But more sports updates, results and fixtures will be coming up in Omomori. Ismail Dakawa Chigongo, David Romansi and Aaron Darren are already here to give you expert analysis of what's happening in the world of game. That's NTV at 1 for now. Enjoy your afternoon.